everyone. Welcome to the Align Your Life Wellness Show. Thanks so much for being here. We are here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Jenny Parks. I am a health and prosperity coach. I really just coach, educate, inspire, empower people to step into their life, live extraordinary lives, and also help to navigate the often confusing world of health and nutrition. I also assist people more than physically, sometimes spiritually, emotionally, financially too. And that's really what this show is all about, is just bringing information to you that really provides you with a greater understanding of your well-being and things that can assist you with that. Very excited today to have my guest here, Jennifer Seffrin. Jennifer is the owner of, she's actually a life coach and owner of Seffrin Synergy. She's also the founder of the Indy Holistic Hub. And I am a huge fan of both. Jennifer and the Hub and all the work that she does. The Hub's mission is to connect, grow, and expand the local holistic community for the greater well-being of all. So welcome. So excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited too.
Yay.
Appreciate
Jennifer has so many amazing things going on, and she's just an extraordinary person. And the more that I've gotten to know you, the more I just get to know your heart, because it's really in everything that she does, and it's really, really behind the Indy Holistic Hub.
It is.
Which is such a grassroots effort, which I love. You have pretty much grown that just from the vision that you had in your heart that took a hold of you several years ago, and have since kind of built that from that foundation. So let's start there. When did this all start for you? I know we were talking a little bit about how it was kind of birthed out of the life coach business that you own.
Yes. And I could go back from there even too.
Sure.
And I really appreciate you saying, recognizing this comes from my heart, because it is so does. It makes me emotional, because it is my heart's passion to Indy Holistic Hub, to be part of this awesome holistic health and wellness community that's burgeoning and growing and expanding in Indianapolis and all the surrounding areas.
Yes.
So I will take you back a little bit.
Okay.
Even all the way back to my high school days, I was like, I want to help people in some way. And moving forward, continued that thought, through college, and just wasn't feeling compelled towards anything more traditional, so to speak. Let's say, like, the only thing that I thought might be possible for me was like social work or psychology, etc. And I just wasn't feeling compelled towards any of that. And then fast forward along, I was in my 20s living out in Phoenix, and I'd just gone through my own self-exploration and continued on my path to grow. And I remember very specifically I was doing property management in Phoenix.
Which we have in common.
We have that in common. And I did that in Atlanta and Phoenix. And I remember standing in the leasing office and thinking to myself, I'm going to own my own business. Just knowing within me that I was going to have my own business. And at the same time, it's like, what is that possibly going to be?
Yeah.
And continuing, and I was like, okay, we'll see where this leads. Always holding on to that, I just really want to work with people and support people to be their best. And I discovered life coaching. I grew up in Indiana, came back to Indianapolis eventually after being gone for several years, and it's like life coaching, and I was really into holistic health and well-being, and I thought, coaching, now that's really something I could get into. Found this awesome school I went through, and thus began this phase of my life that I'm in now.
That is fantastic. Thanks for taking us through that. So, you've just always had that kind of servant heart leadership piece of you. And, what I love so much, especially about connecting with people like you, Jennifer, is that, you just follow your path. You listen to the call, and you don't have to know all the answers, right? Because they're going to come.
Yeah, because you can't know them all.
No, you can't. So you just have to trust the process.
Yes.
You don't have to know everything, right?
Truly.
Exactly.
Truly, yeah. And, when I began to really recognize some of my innate natural talents and really began to groom those into strengths, and to harness those things, then, and that's what I love to be able to do for other people. is draw out like
Yes.
their talents and to really maximize that with that potential within a person.
It's amazing.
And when you tap into that and you understand that about yourself and you let that shine and lead the way, along with your heart, then you almost can't go wrong. Yeah. Jinx.
Yeah, right. You owe me a Coke.
Yeah.
No, it's so true. Absolutely. You absolutely cannot go wrong. You just
Yeah.
follow the path and follow your heart. So well said. So when exactly, and I know we were just talking about you're such a present moment person that it's hard to
Well, you
sometimes
said
remember
that.
dates.
I
Yes,
said, oh,
she
thanks.
is.
I'll take that.
Absolutely. But when around about what time did Indie Holistic Hub start to come to fruition?
Yes. So, I have to back up sometimes. So, about a little over a year ago, so spring of 2014, we launched our website, indieholistichub.com, which is designed to be a resource for the greater community to find holistic centered providers for themselves and to get information and be able to tap into something different that they maybe are looking for or they can't find and they're not maybe getting in some of the care that they have right now. So,
And just for the people who may not understand what holistic is, that's what this show is all about. But, it's mind, body, spirit connection. It's really just getting back to what we require as human beings.
yeah.
That is natural.
Yeah.
And what really our bodies were designed to receive, our bodies and our minds and our spirits were designed to receive.
Yes. Oh, well stated. In fact, when Jenny was introducing herself at the beginning, I thought, oh my gosh, what a great example. And you were so talking to that philosophy that it's about helping people find their fit to being well and honoring them as a whole, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. That's why spiritual things come up when you work with clients one-on-one,
Absolutely.
because that is a part of their whole being.
Yes.
And it's also connected.
Absolutely.
And so we launched a website at the spring of 2014, and we back up from there. It was in 2012 then that I was meeting all these amazing people, and I had this, I called it an equation that had come into my mind of uniting the holistic community together and how powerful that is. And I thought, okay, do what you know to do right now, and I hold on to that, and I strive to remember that every day. You know how to invite people to lunch? Sure, I can do that.
Fantastic.
And so that is literally how it started.
That's awesome.
The people you know, invite them to lunch. And so when you talk about grassroots, it really was. It was simply like, let's start doing lunch once a month, and it elevated from there.
Meeting people and building those relationships.
Yeah. And then at the end of 2013, we did a larger event, and then rolled out at the beginning of 2014 the website, structured a network, and put some structure to what is now Indie Holistic Hub.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So excited to hear how that all came together. We have to take a break, so I'm excited really to kind of hone in on the different pieces of the hub and what it offers, and to let people know exactly what that is and where they can find all that information. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Jenny Parks here with my guest Jennifer Seffrin. Jennifer is a life coach, owner of Seffrin Synergy, and founder of the Indy Holistic Hub. She was just taking us through really the grassroots effort part of it, how this all came to be, and really just got to the point where you started to create this incredible database, it sounds like, of just people, practitioners, and really just joining them all together, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. And so as you started to, how did that evolve? I mean, as you started to do that, because were you initially reaching out to practitioners, or was it more just reaching out to the community as a whole? Was it both?
That's a good question. Yeah. I was commenting earlier, like, the equation that was in my head, I saw the ripple impact.
Yes.
How our reach is so much further when we're united. And a lot of holistic practitioners are often solo professionals or part of a small team, and I would hear from folks that it's nice to be around others. It's nice to feel not alone, that sort of thing. And at first, it really was because I was meeting all these awesome people, and I was connecting people together, and I'm like, oh, you should know this person, or this organization needs to know about you, and so I literally started with who I already knew. And then it was like people just naturally did. They're like invited people that they knew as well.
That's such an awesome talent of yours, and you've done that with me too. You know, just people pop into your head that, oh, you two should meet. And, you know, I've met some incredible people via you, and just via the Holistic Hub as a whole as well. And I can so relate to what you're saying about holistic practitioners, I think in general too, just kind of go through that phase while you're just starting up of just kind of feeling like you're alone. And because, you know, the holistic field has been something, especially in Indianapolis, we seem to be, 7 to 10 years behind what everyone else in the world is doing here. So for us, it seemed like, or for me particularly, a slow go in the beginning. And my business didn't really start to grow until I started to connect with other like-minded people, until I started to surround myself, because you're right, together we are so much better. You have a leadership council now in place for the hub, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Based on that kind of very idea.
Yeah, because it's about us being a team, a community. So it's about having a pulse on what is everyone wanting and looking for, and so bringing a group of people together. Because I have all kinds of vision and things come to me, and I'm like, and then I remember, okay, be right here, right now. So what's important for us to make sure we're doing well right now, and to have people to come together where you can brainstorm, take that litmus test, and work collaboratively towards the greater good of the group is so important.
Yeah, that's awesome, because it's an evolvement. And, I know that we live in a society where we want what we want and we want it now, right? And so sometimes, and you have all those great ideas and visions, and it's so exciting, and you get to the end point, but it's like, wait a minute, there's steps to getting there. So really surrounding yourself with the right people that can assist you with that. But I love what you said about keeping a pulse on it too, because that's the only way it can grow, if you're serving the actual need. And not, what I love too about it is it's not about you. It's not. You might have these visions and these ideas that sound great, but what you really do is check in with that pulse. Is this what is going to really serve the community?
What's going to serve the greater good?
Awesome.
Greater good of Indy Holistic Hub, the greater good of our whole community.
Yes.
Because really, for me personally, this is about creating a shift in our society to really begin to truly prioritize proactive self-care.
Yes.
For people.
So important.
And not just talk wellness, to actually take that and to very much put it into tangible steps. and to walk that talk. And so for me personally, it is really seeing a bigger society shift where we are prioritizing that, where people grow up knowing that that is a core fundamental need and their own right.
Absolutely. And everyone deserves that. You know, we live in that go, go, go mentality that, you know, society has kind of transitioned into, and technology is a beautiful thing, but we're so connected, we're so on all the time. And, you know, what I found myself doing, especially when I was still working in the corporate world, was filling every second of my day that I could until I just, you know, collapsed on the couch at the end of the day. And you know, I was always good about doing certain things for myself, but at the end of the day, I was just ragged. And on the weekend, all I wanted to do was rest. And I thought, this cannot be what my life is going to look like until I retire. Absolutely not. And that's when that shift started to happen for me. So it's really that self-care aspect is crucial in really what this is all about, and connecting people with the various practitioners and ways of doing just that.
To proactively care, you know, not going to do something when I am depleted.
Yes.
And that can show up in a lot of ways. I'm stressed, I'm depressed. My battery and body are literally dysfunctioning on me. So it's proactively caring yourself, because then we thrive as individuals.
Absolutely.
We thrive as a family. We thrive as organizations, as businesses. We thrive as a community, as a society. And it keeps going out from there around the world.
Right, and the onion layers just kind of keep coming off, and we were talking earlier about just living from that place of power within that we all have, but we tend to lose. Let's talk about the website a little bit, because there's so much amazing information on the website, and it really is very user-friendly and straightforward, and really does a great job of just expressing what this is all about. Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful website.
Not that I built it, but
well, I'm sure you had something to do with it. But it's IndyHolisticHub.com.
Yes.
And you can go there and you'll see tabs at the top. You can find holistic providers there, first of all, right?
Yes.
And this is all over Indianapolis, not just, you know, any one centralized location, but it's wherever you are.
I mean, as I say, I want people to find resources in their neighborhood.
Yes.
This is an exciting year. I've been sensing this year for the last couple of years, and it's been so interested in seeing what would come. And there are a lot more wellness centers with holistic philosophies opening up, and why not have those places and wonderful practitioners available all around Indianapolis and surrounding areas to care for our community. There are plenty of people and lives to touch. So, so it's a resource for the greater Indianapolis.
What I love so much too about all of the practitioners that I've gotten to know just from being involved with the hub too is it's an abundance mindset. You know, there's no competition there because there's no need. We're all here to serve.
Yeah,
and every, you know, my gosh, it really has grown significantly, just the holistic population in general of practitioners and options and information. So it's really cool to have one place to go to kind of, it's at a glance, see it all. And that's really what your website provides for people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to actually dig into that a little bit more. We have to take another break. Also explain some of the other resources and information that they can find on the website as well. So we'll take a quick break and we will be right back.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim. at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Align Your Life Wellness Show. Here with my guest, Jennifer Seffrin. We're talking about Indy Holistic Hub, and we were just talking about the website and what an amazing resource of information that is. So you can find your holistic providers there. You also have holistic resources, articles, blogs, things like that as well.
Yep.
I know that.
Calendar of events.
Yes, calendar of
Yep.
classes and events. So let's talk about that. What are some of the specific events that you have going on, and where, and what's that all about?
Yeah. Well, each month we do networking events for holistic providers. Again, it's an opportunity to come together to know one another, catch up, be able to build a referral base, find ways to collaborate and work together. So every month we do a luncheon geared towards business growth. Every month we do a workshop at the Playful Soul in Broad Ripple.
It's an amazing place if you've never been.
It is a wonderful place. They're a sweet host and sponsor to Indy Holistic Hub. We're very thankful for them.
Yes.
And those workshops are sometimes around holistic topics, oftentimes around business building aspects, like how to use social media effectively, marketing, that kind of thing. Then we do a monthly social, which is a great opportunity for anyone in the community, whether you're a holistic practitioner or someone that's interested in holistic care, you love holistic care.
You want to learn more.
You want to learn more about holistic care, to come be together. So we call that our social meet and greet. It's very easy, flexible. We're an easy, breezy group of people.
Absolutely.
And so anyone's welcome to come to the social to be part of the community. And then, we have some other really exciting things in the works, so I can't really talk to them right now, but we're doing more things where it allows the greater community to come together. We know there's so many people out there who are like, I'm not a holistic practitioner, but I want to be more involved in what you're doing, so we're working on that. So I encourage people, if you want to be
fantastic.
looped in, be sure to go sign up for our newsletter. You can go right to our website, IndyHolisticHub.com, and sign up for our newsletter to be in the know on what the latest and greatest is. So
Fantastic, yes. And the next social is actually tomorrow at
Yes.
6 o'clock, right? 6 o'clock?
yeah, it's at
Okay.
6 o'clock. We're going to be at Public Greens in Broad Ripple. Really cool spot. It's newly opened, and all of their proceeds go to the Patachou Foundation,
Fantastic.
which feeds hungry children in our community. So that's a lovely thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so come on out and join us. I'll be there, and I know that, as usual, there'll be a great showing of people. You get to meet a lot of people. I've made some incredible friendships just by going to the social, but also just connected with some great practitioners as well. And then you also have a members tab on the website too, where people can actually become a member of the hub and be
Yes.
featured as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, our membership is for those holistic health and well-being professionals that really want to be part of forwarding the movement of holistic centered care and want to feature their business as well in our online directory. So, there's a lot of great perks to being involved, having access to our member events, having a supportive community, having your directory page on our site. We cross-link to your website and all your social media pages, etc. And the other opportunities for our practitioners can put their own classes on our calendar, because
which is fantastic.
We want the community to come and say, oh, I want to learn a little bit more about acupuncture or our essential oils or some sort of healing modality, and they can come there and be like, okay, I'm going to spend an hour to learn about this. And then it's about them taking steps towards their well-being, learning. And then maybe they're like, oh, yeah, I really want to seek out a practitioner to cater to that aspect. And
it truly is a one-stop shop, and really anything that you need to know about is you'll find on the Hub website. And what I love most about what you said too is it really is about support, because whether you've never heard of what holistic healthcare is or self-care, some of the terms that we've used here today, or you're seasoned and you know everything that we're talking about and maybe even more, it's all about really just having that support no matter where you are in your own personal journey and your personal journey of self-growth and discovery. That's what has been so amazing to me just since I've stepped into that for myself is the universe just comes rushing in, and amazing people come rushing in, and there are just so many incredible people particularly involved with the Hub that would be more than happy to connect with you, answer questions, and just be there to support your personal journey too.
And I would like to touch on a holistic provider or holistic practitioner. Look, there's a lot of aspects to holistic care.
Absolutely.
Holistic, and we have a poster here, and we'll have this on the Hub website to help those who are like trying to figure out what holistic is and how do I get started. But it's a philosophy. It's an understanding that I'm catering to the whole person: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and that can be medical doctors, that can be chiropractors, acupuncturists, coaches, dentists. So this isn't about like we're inclusive. My point is it's inclusive of all of those providers. It's about who understands and subscribes to that whole person being. And of course, then people are looking for more natural remedies. They want to make sure that they're getting to the core of any of their ailments or things that are, problem areas for themselves. And they want to be thriving on the other end, not just surviving.
Absolutely.
And your holistic provider is looking for that for you too. They're looking for you to have your optimal health. And so.
Well said. Well said. Well, let's talk about how can people get a hold of you first with Saffron Synergy as a life coach. What do you provide for people in your business?
Thank you for asking about that. Well, I am a life coach and what's called an energy leadership practitioner. What I do is I love working with those people who, they're doing well in their lives and they're feeling pretty good and know there's so much more inside. So they're like, I'm playing right here, but I'm so big. I know I'm like, there's this out here, and I want to touch this.
Yes.
And keep going. I mean, I can't even reach it because it's so expansive.
Yes.
The potential within a person. And that person feeling that's what I love.
Awesome.
That's what I love to work with. I love taking something like energy that sometimes can seem very intangible to a lot of people, and helping them see it in very tangible ways, because it shows up very concretely in our lives in ways like you were talking about. Are we being depleted or are we being lifted up? And there's a lot of specific ways that shows up, and so people can understand their energy and they can understand actually how they utilize it.
Yeah, and tapping into that inner knowing that we were talking about before. Life's so much easier when you're in the flow.
Yeah. And when people do that, then they're the conscious leaders in their own lives, out there doing amazing work and touching lives.
Awesome. So fantastic. So how can they get in touch with you for coaching?
Yeah, either way, my phone number is on the screen, I think. And they can contact me at area code 317-775-1418. And they can also email me at my Sefrin Synergy email is really super easy for either Indie Holistic Hub or coaching. So that's Jennifer@SefrinSynergy.com.
Fantastic.
And I think it's on the screen too. So
Awesome.
my door's open. I welcome hearing from anyone that's just looking for guidance or whatever it may be. But if I can be supportive and helpful in any way, create connection for you in your life in any way, I'm happy to do that. So
That is fantastic. And you can also find the hub, of course, at www.indieholistichub.com, Facebook as well. There's an
Yep.
amazing Facebook page, a lot of wonderful people there as well. And come to the social tomorrow. You know, no matter where you're at, come join us. We'd love to see you there. I know Jennifer would
Yes,
love to
for
see you
sure.
there and connect you with whatever it is that you're seeking for yourself, whether it just be knowledge or company.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
This was a
you.
fantastic show.
This was fun.
I always enjoy talking to you, and the hub is
Likewise.
I'm just in love with the hub and all that
can
you do.
find Jenny on our directory too.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually a
you're-
hub member, so you can
Yes.
find me there. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can also call me, 317-945-8268. My email address on the screen, jennyparks@alignyourlifewellness.com. Love to connect on Facebook, so find me there, friend request me, let's connect. And we will be back next Wednesday, as always, 1 o'clock p.m. You'll find us here, so hope you'll join us. Thanks so much for coming by today. Have a wonderful week.